Good morning, everyone. Phi Farley here. It is March 3rd, Sunday. Happy Sunday, everybody. NBA's Best Bet coming to you here in just 1 second. We've been on fire in the NBA, so I'm excited to bring another Best Bet, hopefully winner to you. We would be looking at the 9th straight day of victories with Paul George. I'm going to continue to bring that up until the streak ends because instead of having 8 straight wins, it's 7 of the last 8 as the Thunder lost a couple days ago to the Sixers, and I blame that entirely on Paul George and not myself at all. So 7 of the last 8 winners. Easy winner yesterday. Underdog Magic winning outright. Good play there. Happy about that one. And today I think we got a good spot here. So I'm excited to bring today's best bet to you. I think we got another winner. Also, if you want to check out my other picks, you would have got the Spurs winner yesterday over on patreon.com/Phi Farley. Check those out, patreon.com/Phi Farley. You can get more of my plays. There will be another NBA play over there, as well as NCAA basketball plays over there as well. Speaking of, if you haven't checked out my best bet for NCAA basketball, take a second and do that. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my picks as soon as they come out. Not to mention, follow the content along. I mean, we got a lot of good content. Over a year's worth of plays out there. Profitable all year round. Baseball around the corner, my best sport. You got NBA playoffs down the stretch in the NBA, which is going to be a blast. I can't wait to see how this East race shakes out. Then you got college basketball, rivalry week, conference tournaments, March Madness, Selection Sunday. We got a lot of stuff coming up there. So again, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, and make sure you get the content. All right, so let's talk about today's best bet. We're looking at Chicago. By the way, one last thing. For those of you who left comments, I really appreciate the support. For better or worse, because if you know sports betting, I've done this for 20 years, and it comes and goes. I am not at all concerned about a couple losses. What I want to do, I would be concerned if I'm not paying attention to why, or I'm not learning, or constantly engaged in the material. That would be concerning, but that's not the case. So losses happen. It's important to learn from them and then move on. So the biggest part of that makes me able to say that is money management. So make sure if you have not researched your money management in sports betting, take some time and do so. It's foundational. It's one of the pillars to being long-term successful in sports betting. So there, I'm going to get off my pedestal here, but it's important that money management leads to not having to stress over losing a game or losing a few games and even having a losing week. It does happen. So, but that said, things are going great right now. I'm like I said, 7 of the last 8, should be 8 of the last 8. Thank you, Paul George. Things are cruising right along. All right, so let's talk about the Bulls going to the Hawks. So I just capped this game. Normally, though, there was part of my capping that had to do with the Bulls going on the road versus the Hawks at home. Hawks are not as good at home. Bulls play better on the road. Now we got the reverse. Now we have Chicago at home. And here's what I'm going to say about that is these teams are going in opposite directions. The Hawks are not playing very good basketball. I went through who they've lost to. It's teams without defenses. Bottom third of all defenses are the only wins they have over the last almost 2 months, I would say. We're talking Timberwolves, Suns, Lakers, Suns again, Wizards, Clippers. All in the bottom third of defense, and those are the wins they have. I mean, if you watch Hawks basketball, you get a lot of threes and you get some work down low by John Collins, of which is not going to be a factor today. Here's capping point number 2. Well, that's not really capping point number 2, but we could say, here's one thing that I want to talk about when it comes to home road dynamic. Chicago's been playing really well here since the All-Star break. They've been really since the trade deadline. They've played some good quality basketball, beating Memphis, Magic, Celtics, Memphis again, and then just now the win against the Hawks. Only loss coming to the Bucks, of which was a good game as well. So they've really upped their brand of basketball here lately, and that's going to help. Most teams can play better at home when that's the case. So I think we're going to have a better home team here down the stretch with the Bulls than what we've had in the past. All right. Now, that said, also, Atlanta Hawks, when you play their style of basketball, you really doesn't typically bode to success. It bodes well to lazy defense. If a team's going to play lazy defense, then the Hawks definitely have a chance against you. Now, one thing I want to say is Collins is, I haven't confirmed he's out, but I think he's out. I was on their Twitter checking that out. He is doubtful. I'm pretty sure he's not going to be playing tonight. He had the flu, so he didn't play in that 4-overtime loss by the Hawks, and I don't expect him to be playing in this one. Also, Spellman went out, their power forward, also with an ankle injury. He's out 4 weeks, so this will be the first game without him, as he did play for, 19 minutes in that 4-overtime game. Now, another thing to note is they've played 5 overtimes in the last 2 games. Trae Young logging 56 minutes in this last game, scoring 49 points, doing quite well, 16 assists, but 56 minutes, his legs have got to be tired. When you look over to the Bulls side of things, Zach LaVine was quoted, and I like checking this out after a game, was quoted, what do you think about the win? He said, I feel tired. What do you say? I feel damn tired. He goes, I feel tired. I feel damn tired. So really difficult to have done that. Now we get the advantage of playing at home, short rest. We're back playing the same matchup. Atlanta is going to be without Spellman and Collins, their leading scorer and leading rebounder. I mean, there's a lot of things depleted about the Hawks. I think we're going to have some maybe some desperate shooting to hang in this one with some three-pointers, and then it's going to be Bulls basketball from then on. So I like the Bulls here. We're laying 5. I think it's going to be a fairly easy victory once we get into the second half of this game. So I'm taking the Bulls. I'm laying the 5, and I think we're going to cash that ticket. So good spot here for the Bulls. So I know their record at home is 7-24, but we have a little bit different team with Otto Porter on it, and I think that it's going to bode in their favor, especially when the Hawks are playing without one of their best players. So, all right, there you go. Bulls minus the 5, today's best bet. Good luck, everyone, today. We'll see you again soon.